Good morning, students of class 5. Students, I hope all of you are well. Students, today I'm going to continue with poem 3, Paper Boats. So please open your Wordsworth English Reader book and turn to page number 60. Poem 3, Paper Boats. Students, in my last video, I had recited and explained this poem. Today, I'll be again reciting and explaining it, and then I'll be discussing the exercises. So please turn to page number 60 of your Wordsworth English Reader book. I will continue with poem 3, Paper Boats. Students, this poem is composed by Rabindranath Tagore. Rabindranath Tagore was a Bengali poet. He was born in 1861 and he passed away in 1941. He was also known as Gurudev. He won the Nobel Prize in Literature in the year 1913 for Gitanjali, a collection of poems. And Rabindranath Tagore has also written our national anthem, Jana Gana Mana. Students, now before I recite the poem, let's revise the new words of the poem. Students, the first word is running. Running means flowing. Running means flowing. Here, flowing means flowing water. If the water is flowing, the boat will move. The paper boat will float. Then, students, the second word is strange. Strange means foreign, unknown. Strange means foreign. Strange, foreign. The third new word is load. Load means to fill. Load, to fill. Load, to fill. The fourth word is blooms. Blooms means flowers. Here blooms means flowers. Blooms means flowers. Then the fifth word is dawn. Dawn means early morning. बेटा हिंदी में जिसको हम भोर बोलते हैं, early morning before the sunrise. And the opposite of dawn, antonym of dawn is dusk. D-U-S-K, dusk. Dusk is बेटा वो जो गोधूली बेला जिस समय जब कैटल्स रिटर्न करते हैं अपने अपने sheds में. And dawn is the time when the bird starts flying, they starts getting away from their nest, the cattle starts moving towards the grazing fields. So dawn is the morning, early morning time before the sunrise, and the antonym of dawn is dusk, which means evening time after the sun sets. Then students, the sixth word is launch. Launch means to set in motion. Launch means to set in motion, to start, ready to move. Launch, to set in motion. Then the seventh word is bulging. Bulging means swollen. बेटा जिसको हम फूला हुआ बोलते हैं, bulging, swollen. Bulging, swollen. Then the eighth word is playmate, and playmate means friend. Playmate means friend. Playmate, friend. The ninth word is bury. Bury means to hide. Bury means to hide. And the 10th word is leading. Leading means cargo of the boat. Leading means cargo of the boat. Cargo means that place of the boat where goods are kept. Cargo means goods, things. Now students, these were the 10 word meanings. Now I'll recite the poem for you and then once again explain it explain the summary, and then I'll start with the exercise. Poem 3, Paper Boats by Rabindranath Tagore. Day by day, I float my paper boats, one by one, down the running stream. In big black letters, I write my name on them and the name of the village where I live. I hope that someone in some strange land will find them and know who I am. I load my little boat with showy flower from our garden and hope that these blooms of the dawn will be carried safely to land in the night. I launch my paper boats and look up into the sky and see the little clouds setting the while bulging sails. I know not what playmate of mine in the sky sends them down the air to race with my boats. When night comes, I bury my face in my arms and dream that my paper boats float on and on under the midnight stars. The fairies of sleep are sailing in them, and the letting ins their basketfuls of dream. Students, the poem Paper Boats tells us that children are highly imaginative. And in this poem, the speaker is a child who's playing with his paper boats. He has made paper boats and then he's floating them in the flowing stream. And what does he do? He writes his name in big black letters and the name of his village, that is his address where he lives, and then sails his paper boats. And he is hoping that someone in strange land will find his boats, and that strange unknown person of the strange land will come to know that who the child is. And the child is longing for the connection with other people and places. So as a token of gift and love, what is he doing? He is sending gifts in the form of those showy flowers from his garden. He's filling his boats with showy white color little flowers with and small orange stem. Those flowers are known as showy flowers, and those flowers, they bloom in the dawn time. So what he does, he picks up those flowers and then he fills his paper boats with those flowers as a token of gift to the person who finds his boats. He wants to develop a connection, so he writes his name and address and fills his boat with the flowers so that the person who finds his boats will get those flowers as a gift and will come to know that who the child is. And the child also believes that at night also his boats will sail safely carrying those flowers to an unknown person in a distant land. Then students, the poet says that after letting the boats sail, the child, the speaker, who's a child, he looks up into the sky and then he looks up at the sailing clouds, white clouds, and those white clouds appear bulging to him. And what the child imagines? He imagines that a friend of that child who is in heaven, he has sent those clouds to compete with his boats. That is, the boats will have a race with the clouds. The child imagines that he's got a friend in the sky who he doesn't know, and that friend of his has sent those white small bulging clouds to race with his paper boats. And then what happens? In the night, when the child sleeps, he buries his face in his arms and he sleeps. And then the child dreams that his paper boats are floating in the stream, they are moving under the midnight stars. And the child in the dreams, he dreams that fairies are sailing in the boat. Fairies, angels, they are sailing in his paper boats, and they have laden his boat with basket full of dreams. So, students, the poet has written this poem on the basis of the imagination of a child, and I'm sure all of you must be floating paper boats, making boats out of paper and then floating them in the rainy season and have lot of fun. You all enjoy floating your paper boats, and children are innocent, so they want to develop connection with other people and places. So students, this was the meaning of the poem. Now once again, I'll recite the poem and then I'll be starting with the exercise. Poem 3, Paper Boats by Rabindranath Tagore. Please listen to me carefully and then you also recite. Day by day, I float my paper boats, one by one, down the running stream. In big black letters, I write my name on them and the name of the village where I live. I hope that in some strange land will find them and know who I am. I load my little boats with surely flower from our garden and hope that these blooms of the dawn will be carried safely to land in the night. I launch my paper boats and look up into the sky and see the little clouds setting the white bulging sails. I know not what playmate of mine in the sky sends them down the air to race with my boats. When night comes, I bury my face in my arms and dream that my paper boats float on and on under the midnight stars. The fairies of sleep are sailing in them, and the leading in their baskets full of dreams. Now, students, once again, I'll read the new words for you. The first word is running. Running means flowing, flowing water. Here it implies to water because paper boats or any boat, they will float and flow only in running water. Then the second word is strange. Strange means foreign, unknown. Strange, foreign. The third word is load. Load means to fill. Load, to fill. The fourth word is blooms. Blooms means flowers. Blooms, flowers. The fifth word is dawn. Dawn means early morning. The sixth word is launch, to set in motion. Launch, to start, to set in motion. Then the seventh word is bulging. Bulging means swollen. Bulging, swollen. The eighth word is playmate. Playmate means friend. Playmate, friend. The ninth word is bury. Bury means to hide. Bury, to hide. The 10th word is leading. Leading means cargo of the boat. Leading means cargo of the boat. Now students, I'll be explaining the comprehension. Exercise A of comprehension. Choose the correct options to answer the following questions. The first one. Where does the poet float his paper boards? Now, after listening to the poem and understanding, now you all must be aware, where does the poet float his paper boards? Option A, in the stream. Option B, in the river. Option C, in the ocean. Or option D, in the sea. Where does the poet float his paper boards? Answer is in the stream. Option A, in the stream. So the answer will be the poet floats his paper boards in the stream. Question 1. Where does the poet float his paper boards? Answer 1. The poet floats his paper boards in the stream. Question 1. Where does the poet float his paper boards? Answer 1. The poet floats his paper boards in the stream. And in the poem it is also written, it is the stream which is running, means flowing. The stream keeps on flowing. So where does the poet floats his paper boat? Answer, the poet floats his paper boats in the stream. Where? In the stream. Question number 2. What does the poet write on his paper boats? What does he write so that he wants the other person who finds the boats to know that who and what does he write? Option A, his mother's name. His village. Option B, his village name. Option C, his own and his village name. Option B, his friend's address. What does he write on the paper boards? Answer will be option C, his own and his village name. He writes his own name and his village name. That is his address where he lives. So, question 2. What does the poet write on his paper boards? Answer, the poet writes his own and his village name on his paper boards. Question 2. What does the poet write on his paper boards? Answer 2. The poet writes his own and his village name on his paper boards. What does the poet write on his paper boards? Answer 2. The poet writes his own and his village name on his paper boards because he wants the unknown person who finds his paper boards to know that who the speaker is. What does the poet write on his paper boards? Answer, the poet writes his own and his village name on his paper boards. Now question number 3. What is Shivli? What is Shivli? Option A, an animal. Option B, a type of a flower. Option C, a bird. Or option D, a village. Answer, what is Shivli? Option B, a type of flowers. Students, Shivli are a type of flowers. They are small flowers, white in color with an orange stem. So, what is Shivli? Shivli is a type of flower. What is Shivli? Shivli is a type of flower. What is Shivli? Shivli is a type of flower. What is Shivli? Shivli is a type of flower. Question number 4. What does the poet see in the sky? Now, after sailing his paper boats, what does he see in the sky? Option A, stars. Option B, the sun. Option C, little clouds. Or option D, the rainbow. What does he see in the sky? Answer, option C, little clouds. So what does the poet see in the sky? Answer, the poet sees little clouds in the sky. The poet sees little clouds in the sky. The poet sees little clouds in the sky. Students, one more question for you. Name the poet of the poem Paper Boats. Name the poet of the poem Paper Boats. What will be the answer? I hope all of you know. The answer will be Rabindranath Tagore. The answer will be Rabindranath Tagore. The spelling of Rabindranath is capital R A B I N D R A N A T H. Then capital T A G O R E. Tagore. Rabindranath Tagore. Students, let's once again revise all the 5 questions. Let's start with the first one. Where does the poet floats his paper boats? Answer option A, in the stream. The poet floats his paper boats in the stream. Where does the poet float his paper boats? Answer, the poet floats his paper boats in the stream. Where does the poet float his paper boats? Answer, the poet floats his paper boats in the stream. Where does he float his paper boats? In the stream. Where does the poet float his paper boats? Answer, in the stream. The poet floats his paper boats in the stream. Now students, the second question. What does the poet write on his paper boats? What does he write on his paper boats? Option C is the answer. His own and his village's name. What does the poet write on his paper boats? Answer, the poet writes his own and his village name on his paper boats. The poet writes his own and his village name on his paper boats. The poet writes his own and his village name on his paper boat. बेटा वो अपना नाम और अपने गांव का जहां वो रहता है पेपर बोट्स पे बिग ब्लैक लेटर्स में वो लिखता है ताकि जिसको भी वो बोट्स मिले उसको पता लगे कि ये बोट किसकी है. Now, the third question. What is shuli? A type of flower. What is shuli? A type of flower. Shuli is a type of a flower. Shuli is a type of a flower. What is shuli? Shuli is a type of a flower. Question 4th. What does the poet see in the sky? What does the poet see in the sky? Option C, little clouds. The poet sees little clouds in the sky. What does the poet see in the sky? The poet sees little clouds in the sky. What does the poet see in the sky? Answer, the poet sees little clouds in the sky. Question 5. Name the poet of the poem Paper Boats. Answer will be Rabindranath Tagore. Name the poet of the poem Paper Boats. Answer will be Rabindranath Tagore. Now students, before we start anything, let's once again recite the poem Paper Boats. Paper Boats by Rabindranath Tagore. Day by day, I float my paper boats, one by one, down the running stream. In big black letters, I write my name on them and the name of the village where I live. I hope that someone in some strange land will find them and know who I am. I load my little boats with shuli flower from our garden and hope that these blooms of the dawn will be carried safely to land in the night. I launch my paper boats and look up into the sky. and see the little clouds setting the wild bulging sails. I know not what playmate of mine in the sky sends them down the air to race with my boats. When night comes, I bury my face in my arms and dream that my paper boats float on and on under the midnight stars. The fairies of sleep are sailing in them, and the letting ins their baskets full of dreams. So, students, in this poem, we have read that how children derive joys from little things of life. We all enjoy making boats with papers, and then we all like to float them in the rainy season in small puddles, small streams, and we have lot of fun by seeing that our boat keeps on moving. And through this poem, students, the poet is conveying a message of peace, love and joy. And the paper boats are also a symbol that no matter how many obstacles come, but things keep on moving. The boats are a symbol of that you should not worry how many obstacles comes in our life, but life keeps on moving. And the boat crosses all the obstacles of time, place and society. It keeps on moving. And the child is full of love for the unknown person, unknown friend, because to show this gesture, what does he do? He fills his boats with Shuli flowers as a token of gift and love to an unknown friend in an unknown place. The child wants to develop connection with unknown persons and unknown places because children are innocent. I hope students now you all have understood the meaning of the poem, but certain things which you should remember that in this poem, the child, why does he write his names in big black letters? Why does he write? Because he wants the unknown person who will be finding his boats in an foreign land to know after reading the name of the child and the address that this boat has been made and set sail by a child whose name is this and he lives in that particular village. Then what does he fills his boat with? He fills his boat with Shuli flowers as a token of gift and love for the unknown person who finds his boats. And then those Shuli flowers are from his own garden. Shuli flowers are small white flowers which bloom in the dawn. Then the child is so imaginative that after letting his boat sail, he looks up in the sky, and then when he sees those small white bulging clouds, what does he imagine? He imagines that another friend, unknown friend of the child in the sky has sent those clouds to race, to compete with his boats. क्या सोचता है बेटा बच्चा कि उसका एक अननोन फ्रेंड है स्काई में जिसने क्लाउड्स को भेजा है, बादलों को भेजा है, छोटे छोटे वाइट फूले हुए बादल, लिटिल क्लाउड्स क्यों भेजा है कि ताकि वो क्लाउड्स जो है वो जैसे सेल कर रहे हैं, ऊपर स्काई में क्लाउड सेल कर रहे हैं और नीचे स्ट्रीम में बोट सेल कर रही है. एंड देयर इज अ कंपटीशन बिटवीन द क्लाउड and the boats. Competition between the clouds and the boats. They are having a race कि कौन आगे निकलता है, clouds या boat. So he imagines that another friend from the sky has sent those clouds to compete with his boards. Then in the night also, when he buries his face in his arm, अपना जो face है अपने arms में छुपा लेता है, and then he sleeps, he's still dreaming of his boats only, that under the midnight stars his boats are flowing, and who is sailing in them? Fairies are sailing in them, and those fairies have filled his boats with baskets full of dreams. So children are imaginative and they derive fun out of little things in life. Children are innocent, so they want to develop connection with unknown places and unknown persons. They do not have any ill feelings about others. So this poem Paper Boats conveys the message of peace, love and joy. I hope students this poem is clear to you. Now students, exercise B, answer the following question that I'll be discussing and explaining in my next video. Thank you. Have a good day ahead. And please do make paper boards. If you don't know how to make, try and learn to make 2 or 3 different kinds of paper boards.